All in all, it was a pretty hard-fought game. It was really tight checking. It was really close. Both teams had chances. We were able to get the first goal, which was huge. We had a good net front presence and a tip from the high slot that found a way in. When we scored a power play goal, and when we have two defensemen leading the rush, we would never draw that up. But they did a good job of executing a play, and our defense are key for our offense. Puck goes out to the point, guy makes a shot. We get on the rush. We get a chance there. So all in all, it was a hard-fought game. It's going to be probably even harder tomorrow.
I know mistake-free games don't happen with those mistakes, but it seemed the ability to recover from mistakes tonight and have guys maybe gapping and safety valving for guys was a huge part of, especially with a 1-0 game. It felt like there was a couple of copped up pucks that didn't have anywhere near that.
Yeah, back pressure was good tonight. Our forwards were committed to play the right way. They weren't waiting behind the play. They were, question of control. They were playing defense, which is, at this time of the year, you're going to have to play pretty good defense to win. So I thought the bench was good. I thought our effort was good, going both directions. And at times it's not as consistent for 60 minutes going both directions, but it was pretty consistent tonight.
Coach, you talk about Farabee's tip goal so far out. Is that just his exceptional hand-eye coordination, or?
Well, I think he obviously does have that, but I think he tried to get a stick in the puck, and he did.
Yeah.
I think Shane was at the net. He made a good screen. It's hard for the goalies, especially those high tips. It's really tough to pick up. So if it finds an opening or a hole, it's normally a goal. You watch an NHL game, a lot of the goals are high tips. So it was a good play. It was a good forecheck. Curry held on to the puck. We got it out to the point. We got one down, and we had a good double screen and found a way in.
How important was getting the first goal?
It was really important. It was going to be. We thought it was going to be pretty tight, especially after the way the first period went. It was really tight. The team with the first goal put a lot of pressure. And I thought Lowell did a really good job on both goals, responding with that next shift. It was like they were shot out of a cannon on both faceoffs. They got the puck in our zone and then put a lot of pressure on us. So that's something that we're gonna. If we do score a goal, we have to be ready for that next shift because they were able to generate momentum right off it. So, but the goal was huge.
What do you think about having a 2-0 lead in the third, not being able to 4 or 5 shots? It wasn't high quality. That's a pretty good defensive third period.
Yeah, I think we just played smart. They're chasing the game. We went zone to zone. We did a good job of forechecking, and we didn't overhandle. There was a couple moments where we turned a couple over, but like I said, we were able to recover and we played good defense and we played hard tonight. And I thought it was one of the better games we've played in a while, so it was good to see, especially at this time of year.
I was going to ask about the defense in the third period, but do you think the way the energy that you guys came out with, particularly defensively early in the third, do you think that kind of put some doubt in their minds?
I'm not sure. I know we wanted to be hard. If they were going to gain any ice, we wanted to make sure they had to go through us. And I thought our forwards and our D did a great job of blocking shots. They had a lot of plays where they got it out to the point, they go D to D, and we had a couple desperate blocks where we got in the way. Whereas if a puck does get down there, it could be a goal. That's what happened. We got one bound, we got a tip, and we ended up with a goal. So I think we did a good job defensively blocking shots and picking up guys at the net, and they've got a really creative offensive scheme in how they go about with the 3 guys high and guys rolling in and out. Their D were pretty active, not only down the walls but through the middle of the ice. So it was, I thought our guys communicated pretty well, and I thought they read off each other and played good defense throughout the game. But we clamped it down in the third for sure.
Coach, this feels a response to last Saturday night.
Pretty good. It was pretty low on that bus. That's a long bus ride to lose 6 rep, and their fans basically chanting the entire game. So it was a good feeling. It was good to get off to a good start and have a good first period. I think that led into us having a good game.
Coach, did that goal by Karate kind of really show the skill that Ferentz has in the rush? Just able to take all that ice, breeze Herrenberg, and keep it backdoor.
Yeah, it was kind of a crazy play. One D carries the puck, he makes a drop pass to the other D in the neutral zone. Ferentz can really skate, and he's got a lot of power. He doesn't look like he's moving that fast, but he kind of squeezed through that check and had a lot of separation. And their guy had a choice to pick up the guy in the back door or pick up the guy in the quick slot. He didn't see Karate creeping in, so Karate creeped in, and Ferentz has got great vision. and he can make high-level plays. He made one earlier in the third, I think, early in the third period, where it went D to D, and he zipped one cross ice for a wide-open net for a one-timer, and we just missed the shot. So I think he's got a very high level of skill and vision and confidence. You know, in big games, he performs.
What's it going to take to close him out tomorrow night, Albie?
A similar game, you know, similar effort. Their backs are against the wall. They're at home, and they're going to push hard, and they've got a prideful team. And they came at us hard. You know, they hemmed us in there through pretty good stretches. We were able to survive and not break. You know, so we were able to. You know, Jake came up with a few key saves, and we did a good job blocking, protecting. But there was some hairy moments out there for us too, and Jake had to stand strong. So we're going to need a good performance. You know, I thought throughout our lineup we didn't have a lot of guys have bad nights, and we're going to need that again to close them out. They're a good hockey team. They're really hard to play against, and they're good in all three zones, and they play smart. And they're not going to beat themselves. We're going to have to beat them.
Jake Ottinger looked pretty comfortable throughout the game. At what point did you realize that it was just kind of one of those nights for him that he was locked in?
Well, he looked locked in pretty early. He had the one play at the end of the game where it was a little bit where he came out of the net and fired one up to him, and he had to make an exchange of two saves that were kind of it was two huge saves that kind of came off his stick. But I think on balance he was like from the drop of the puck he was locked in. You know, so. He's played a lot of good hockey for us lately. The game up at Maine was kind of a blip, and it wasn't really. I wouldn't blame it on him. You know, it was every guy in the locker room that didn't play well.
Coach, it seemed like your team kind of found an extra gear there tonight. They're on their feet for much of the first period. They're on the bench. What do you kind of attribute that extra energy to?
Well, the bench is really small. Like, it's really low to the ice. So the guys, our bench is a lot higher. You look at Lowell's bench; theirs is a lot higher. So I think the guys talked about before the game. To stand up for most of the game, just so their legs didn't get locked up, hips didn't get locked up. But we had a lot of energy. I thought that was a really good effort by our fourth line. They haven't played as many minutes. I think they're up to 12, 13 minutes, and normally they're around 8 or 9 minutes. So they gave the other lines, you know, a little bit more energy because they ate some shifts and allowed those guys to rest.
Was that situational that you get the fourth line out that much, or was it?
No, it was just they were playing well.
The rotation,
yeah, they were playing well. We were trying to play, you know, obviously you have potentially 3 games we want to play. We've got the ability to play 4 lines as long as those guys are playing the right way. We moved Max Willman down to that line in the middle to give us a little bit more balance throughout the lineup. And he first game at center in a while, and he did a hell of a job. You know, he was actually he was 50-50 in a lot of draws. I don't know if the wingers were in there for him, but he didn't lose a lot clean, you know, especially not taking a ton of draws this year. So that line was a huge factor in us having that energy.
Did you get an explanation of Bowers at the end? What happened in that?
I didn't see it. He said they slashed Shane. He turned in time and took a swung at the guy. His was, they gave him a 5. Obviously, it was more egregious, but I haven't seen it, so I don't really know. They basically said it was Shane got slashed. He retaliated, took a 2-hander on him. And they put him out for the rest of the game. It wasn't a DQ, but
So it's good for tomorrow.
From what the ref said, yes.
Anything else? Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.